What's up, everyone? It's day 30 of 75 Hard. I just finished my second workout of the day. I did my 45-minute outdoor workout, which consisted of speed bag, push-ups, and burpees. I didn't do the ruck today. As you can tell, I'm not in my camper. Back in the original cookie review location. My house, my kitchen, my dining room. Anyways, I'll get to that in a minute. Today I woke up around 11, which is a little bit earlier than I have been getting up. Went to the gym and did legs. Did that. I was there a little bit longer than I have been normally because I knew I didn't have to work tonight. I had a dermatologist appointment in Arlington, so I went to that. And then I took 2.5 hours to drive home with traffic included. Got home a little bit ago, did my 45-minute workout, and now I'm here talking to you. So very unmotivated today. When it came down to doing the workout just now, I don't know if it was just the drive made me, tired or whatever. I was lagging. Might have been the situation that I'm dealing with, which brings me to what I wanted to talk about today. Sometimes you have to deal with setbacks, failures, losses. Things don't always go your way. You have to take the good with the bad. So here's the bad. Basically, I got released. In other words, fired from this job that I was on. Other people were not taking the role upon themselves to complete the tasks that were required of them. I was only on this shift with 2 other people. There's 3 of us. I was taking it upon myself to take care of a whole list of things. And the other 2 people were doing one thing each, which they were not doing it correctly, which caused some things to get overlooked and some water to get transferred to some places that shouldn't have been yet, and made the company look bad, made the gas company mad, and somebody had to be held accountable. And it all rolls downhill. When you're a contractor, you're disposable to them. You can be replaced at a moment's notice. 5 a.m. this morning, I get off at 6 a.m. The guy that I'm working for, a complete prick, texts me and says, "Thank you for whatever, helping out, and you're released at 6 a.m. And he put today's date. So, what did I do? Well, initially I got mad. Why is this happening? Why did I get released? What happened? Why didn't I prove myself? All these thoughts went through my head. And ultimately the conclusion is I was doing what I should have been doing. I always take it upon myself to do more than what I'm paid for. Even though this job paid terrible compared to the other jobs that I'm used to being on, I was still doing what was required just to get the job done, because that's the whole point of being out there. You take a position, you do the tasks that are required of you. You don't complain, you get it done no matter if it's hard or easy. And doing the hard stuff makes you feel happy at the end of the day. When you work a complete shift and you're worn out and you lay your head down, you know you gave it all you had, you're worn out because you worked hard, and you feel happy because you exerted that energy and you completed what was required of you. So that's how you build the confidence in yourself. And I know that I was doing that because I take it upon myself to do that. Other people, if you're that type of person, don't hold themselves accountable to things, don't have high morals and high standards and high values. You put yourself out there doing those things, you can get other people, like in this case, replaced or with you. Sometimes you might be the person that's doing the things wrong and you might not get replaced, but you're messing with other people's livelihoods when you do things like that. Like this, I'm off work. I don't get paid while I'm off work. So ultimately, I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad that I'm not working on that job anymore. It opens up the door for other opportunities. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing to better myself. I'm gonna keep doing the program. I'm gonna keep making the videos. Things are gonna open up. And whenever the time comes for a position that comes available, no matter where it is, I'm gonna prove myself again. I'm the type of person that people want on their shift, on their crew. I'm the type of person that shows up on time, looking like the part, pulling up like I'm ready to do something to help everybody else out. That's the type of person I am at work. That's the type of person I am on here. That's the type of person I am everywhere I go. So, how do you deal with something like that? You just have to deal with it. You don't dwell on it. What is it going to do if I sat here and cried? If it really bothered me that much, I mean, I'm not saying you can't cry or you shouldn't cry. You can cry if you want to, but sitting on there, don't let it ruin more than 10 minutes if you're going to put that emotions into it. Obviously, everybody's struggling right now and everything's more expensive. So whenever you mess with other people's livelihoods, it creates that stress, that burden, that thought. What am I going to do? Well, there's always a plan. You are here to do something great, and ultimately other doors will open up, and you have to keep bettering yourself in the process. In the meantime, you have to keep putting in the work and the effort and strengthen yourself, so that way when the opportunities do arise, you're ready to take the call, take the position, take the stage, take the spotlight, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to do, whatever you get called to do. If you want to go rock out on the stage, go. You got to take your moment. You got to run with it. And then whenever things like this set you back, that's just part of life. I could have easily said I got released and whatever, but I want to be real. That's just the way it is. I want you to see things happen to everybody. Things could have been going great. Things were going great for me. Things are still going to go great, because I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm not going to let it ruin anything in my future, in my plans. Things will keep coming open because I'm going to have that attitude going forward. Probably won't go work for that guy again, which was something I was already thinking about as I've been out there each day. So ultimately, grateful, still mad at the time. You can be mad about something and still grateful that it happened. You just have to get past the madness. I'm not going to sit there and be mad about it. Like tomorrow I'll be fine. But for today, I'm still mad. Drove home mostly in silence, just because I wanted to, think about whatever, drive in silence. Didn't want to hear anything. Not music, not a podcast, not news, nothing. Which is something that a lot of people can't do. You can't be alone with your own thoughts. You need to be able to work on that. You need to be able to be okay with yourself, be okay in your presence, be okay with what you see in the mirror, and hold yourself to a higher standard and accountable for things that you do. And when other people don't do the things that they're supposed to be doing and it affects you, it's just one of those things, and it's part of life. It's always going to happen. There's always going to be people that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if you get caught in the crosshairs of that, that's why it's important to set the example to everybody around you. Some people go through life just skating through it, just barely surviving, getting through the day, slacking at work, eating the crap, getting home, drinking the beer, doing nothing but just getting through, covering up their emotions with vices like alcohol. And whenever you set your standards higher and you put yourself in a position that you don't want to fall back on those type of vices, you get yourself into a workout, you get yourself into a book, you get yourself into the Bible, you get yourself into a thought and meditation or a prayer. That's how you overcome those feelings. You ask for the strength to get through them. You find the strength in yourself. You can get the motivation from the books, but ultimately it comes from yourself. You have to know what you have to do to pull out the tool that you need out of your toolbox and utilize it to get you through to the next part of your life. So whenever things happen that are out of your control, the best thing to do is to keep continuing to control the things that you can control, how much water you drink, the foods that you intake, the things that you read, the things that you listen to, the effort that you put into your workouts, all these things that you can control, you continue to do that, and the doors will open for you. Things go bad all the time. There's numerous things that can go terribly bad in your life. You could have a bad medical report. You could have a death in the family. You could get fired from your job, like in this case. You could have a bad breakup. You could have a bankruptcy or a bad business dealing. All these things are hard to deal with, but the storyline that has to come out of it can't be that your woe is me, your victim mentality can't overpower your thought process. You have to show everybody what you're made of, show everybody how they can overcome things, and use that as fuel to further you along. Use that as energy. These people didn't want me out there because this or that. These people don't think I can handle this job. These people don't think I can acquire these things, this goal, this lifestyle. And you have to prove everybody wrong. In this case, for me, I'm just going to, in the meantime, while I'm off, I'll be able to go to Mackenzie's volleyball games. I'll be able to do things with her. I haven't been able to come home in 2 weeks, so it's been 2 weeks since I've seen her. We talk on FaceTime, obviously, text, all this stuff. But it'll be great to be able to see her tomorrow, and I'll just go from there. You have to adapt. Like I said, your plans aren't always going to work out for you. This wasn't like a long-term thing I was expecting to be out there for even very much longer. I had no idea how long it would have lasted. I expected maybe 3 weeks more, but like I said, oh well. Not all of your struggles and problems and things that come up in your life can just be shrugged off. So don't think that I'm just saying that. You can just shrug off a certain, a lot of things are a lot more terrible than, having to get a different job. I was looking for a job when I found that one. So I'll be okay. I work for several different people. I've already, proven myself to these other people. This other guy that I was just working for, whatever, he can have at it with the people that he's got out there. That's why a lot of people don't like to work for this guy. I took it because of how close it was for me to my house, the location that it was in. There was some benefits to being there, some pros, but the cons, they were equal. Like I said, the pay was pretty crappy, almost half of what's normally what I get paid. So with everything more expensive and the things that are happening, half is better than nothing, obviously. And so I'll just keep my head up. I'll know that something will come available, something better. The best days of your life are still ahead of you and me. So you just have to know that, have faith in what you're doing, keep putting in the work. Don't give up. Don't let things ruin you. Don't let things stress you out. Don't put any energy into feeling down and being a victim. You have to take that and put it on your shoulder as a chip and prove people wrong. Eventually, I want to get out of that job line. I want to be able to help people overcome certain things that I've gone through, that I can teach people to help get them over, get them in a better shape, get them to have a better life and be more developed personally, and it'll just go from there. I know what I was meant to do. I found it in my heart and on my mind every single day. I enjoy speaking on these videos. I look forward to it. As soon as I push stop, I'm ready for the next one. So I always have a lot to say, but today it was a little bit different. It was something that I want to talk about. It was just going on with me. And if you're going through something like that, similar, there's always ways. There's always things to look forward to. There's always ways to better yourself in the process of what you're going through and put yourself at a higher frequency so you're not consistently low frequency, down, feeling like a victim, because we're all victims to something. And ultimately, we're all victims to a terrible situation in our country as it is. And so just for me, I'm just going to shrug it off. If it's something that you're dealing with that's more difficult, you can't do it, it's going to take more time. Just keep putting in the work, control the things that you can control, and know that on the other side of this is the life that you keep thinking about. And if you're thinking about starting the program 75 Hard, you can learn all about it on episode 208 on the Real AF feed with Andy Frisella. It's available on all streaming platforms. You can learn all about the Live Hard and the 75 Hard program. If you're doing the program, keep going. You're almost done. For me, I'm almost halfway done. The end result is well worth the feeling and the recalibration in your mindset, and the physical transformation will all be there if you're consistently putting in the right effort, the right work, eating the right foods, following the diet that you're supposed to be following, not cheating on your diet, and holding your word to yourself. It's building that discipline up, doing the things that you don't want to do even whenever you don't feel like doing them. And I appreciate everybody following along. You'll see me as I go through these next few days, or whatever, 45 days is what's left. I'll keep posting these videos. I'll keep doing the tasks. I'll keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And ultimately, I'll still overcome and get back to where I wanted to go. Follow me on Instagram at Hibbs940. If you want to use the supplements that I'm using, I have an affiliate code with accentsledge.com, Hibbs10 to save 10%. And I really enjoy the grind amino acid blend, hydration blend, the ignition switch pre-workout. It's not very high on caffeine, and the hydraulic pump formula, as well as the farm-fed protein. The new peanut butter and honey is worth trying out. So if you haven't tried that out, accentsledge.com. And with that, that's day 30. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let things overcome your mind and ruin what your plans are. Things happen and you just have to get over them and live your life, because spending all the time dwelling on little things like this, it's just going to put you in a position where you're not going to be focusing on the things that you need to be doing, and you're going to get off track. And the places you end up are exactly where you are projected to go. So putting in the work now, it's going to put me in a better position, 6 months from now. So with that, day 30, I'll be back tomorrow for day 31. Peace.